Sunday, though. Hey, welcome to the Glacially Musical Podcast. It is beer, metal, swearing. If you are here for the early records of Foreigner, great, you have made a wonderful choice. Of course, I am Nick Cameron of Glacially Musical, joined by my good friend, a man who's always got to stick through it, a man who always you got to turn over on the grill, Kabob Chakas. How we doing today, buddy?
Just fine. How are you doing?
Oh, you mother fudger.
I shark first.
I
shark last.
I don't know where the fucker is. Oh, hang on.
You get a shark. I want a shark.
I've had this one.
If you don't have a shark, you don't get to co-host.
We'll get Don a shark. I'll do
Fine.
it.
I'm not getting down a shark. That thing was like $30.
Mine was like $6. Where? Just DM me your address, Don. I'll send you a shark.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that is the greatest
Glacially
pickup
Musical
line of all time.
The Glacially Musical Beer of the Week is Lagunitas IPA. This is the fastest Amtrak we've ever done, and I'm drinking this out of my Dale's Pale Ale just to piss off Keefy. Cheers.
I mean, it doesn't take much to piss me off.
I know. I've been doing this for a while. It is not my first day.
Not Nick's first rodeo, but he was ready to drink without me.
That was just a foam. It was spilling.
You're
gonna third of your merst.
I am gonna finally murder my thirst again with a liquid death. Convicted melon, like our current president, and then
you know what? I just real quick, since we brought that jackass up, I have decided something. I'm not gonna be angry about his dumbass and all the stupid Celebrity Apprentice bullshit he's doing to ruin our country. He's not worth my anger. I mean, anger for me it takes more out of me than sex. And I've decided, you know what? No, you don't get it, motherfucker. I'm just gonna laugh and watch all of the Trumpers who are in the bottom 5% of this world not be able to afford food next week because of a 2,000% tariff. If that makes me a dick, fuck me.
They're gonna have 16 to 18 months of the awesome Biden economy to take credit for. Absolutely. And then the bottom is going to come out of the country like 2008, 2009.
Oh yeah. We're serious big times. Larry wife and I are preparing for the recession. Her job is recession proof. Mine is not. She is better than Atticus Finch in that regard. I said what I said. Oh, come on. That's like 7 references all wrapped in a burrito.
Including the shirt I'm wearing. To Kill a Mockingbird is one of the most interesting and best films ever made. Don, what are you drinking?
There we go.
There we go. Okay. I am actually drinking my weekly mountain time is what I like to call it. So it's my Sprite Zero and Jack Daniels, courtesy of Spirit Air.
Okay,
I stole 4 Jack Daniels airplane bottles from.
Keefy turned his camera off, so we're all going to cheers without him.
Okay.
Just for the record, in case nobody realized it, Don Decky Leuamont is still here. We cannot get rid of him. We've shown him the door. He's made a bed.
I love that you continue to get my name absolutely correct week by week.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's absolutely beautiful.
You are Dom the Deaky Decky Leuamont, and I appreciate that. You don't know if you're going to go left, you're going to go right. Triple deke over the glove into the goal. Keefy, you coming back, or are you done? Well, Keefy's done.
He so I'm going to move on to go to the bathroom. So let's do this.
I'm going to move on into my vinyl check since I'm prepared. This is a very on brand for Nick vinyl check. Anybody who's listened to my other podcast, The Department of Metal Antiquities, knows how much I love solo records, and I love that kind of crap. So with that, I bought a Mick Jager solo record because I learned it exists. Vernon Reid is on it.
I just learned about this record like a year ago, and I haven't picked it up yet, but it is so good.
Is it?
It is. It's like weird. It's like weirdly good. I love it, actually.
I'll admit, I've only listened to it one time. Here is the inner sleeve that you just throw the fuck away.
Yeah.
For the proper inner sleeve. I got this on the Discogs for next to nothing. I think I might have paid more in shipping than I did for the actual record. So And
that's cool to know. Yeah,
one of those cool sellers that was willing to do a low dollar sale in order, and did a great job. So major props to that guy. And I gave him positive feedback. Guys, you should give positive feedback to everybody on Discogs.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Don.
Is that all you got? That's all you got this week?
Yeah, I'm just doing a one for.
Dude, I actually cleaned house this week, man. This was great, and this was all from a yard sale. I picked up a copy of Brothers and Sisters by the Allman Brothers Band with the original sleeve on the inside, which is fantastic.
All I have by them is Live at Fillmore.
Then you have the absolute banger of them all.
It's like the best 6 tracks they ever did on 2 records. I don't know why I took 2 records for 6 tracks, but here we are.
Peter Frampton did the same thing. Albums. Oh,
Peter Frampton did the same thing with Humble Pie Live at Fillmore.
Oh, that's right.
So way better than Frampton Comes Alive.
Doors, Soft Parade.
Oh my God, that album sucks ass except for about 15 great, amazing, wonderful minutes, and none of those are Running Blue. Sorry, Robbie Krieger.
No, it is not. But you know what? For $2, dude, actually, I picked up all of these for a total.
I spent like $15 on that record.
I picked up all these for a total of $10. I got the Fabulous Thunderbirds, Tough Enough. A little something light and hearted and fun that we need. Some dad rock, you know. The
one thing I don't mention very much is I saw Jimmy Vaughn open up for Eric Clapton on the From the Cradle tour.
Oh, no shit.
And he played a Stevie Ray song at the end. I forget which one because it was 30 years ago.
Great album though, Tough Enough. Gotta have something.
Man. You got the Fabulous Thunderbirds record.
Yeah, look, man,
not Fabulous Thunderbirds record, but
the Fabulous Thunderbirds album.
The banger. You got the Nickelback rock star of Fabulous Thunderbirds.
Dude, this album is like all banger, no hanger. Okay, and then finally, from my $10 haul at the garage sale, I got some sexy time music here.
Oh, yeah. You want to get sexy with it?
Well, although when this starts
I want to go meet that captain and get sexy with him.
Look, when this album starts playing, my wife goes, absolutely not. And I'll go, okay. So, And
marriage is a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Look, after 27 years, man, not even Sade can get you laid, buddy.
27? Holy crap. I'm actually... I'll announce this since I talk about Lawyer Wife on the regular. We are actually celebrating our 15th wedding anniversary in Mexico in a week and a half.
That is incredible.
Will be our 4th time down to Mexico, and it's going to be the greatest week ever because it's all inclusive. So the only money we have to spend is if we go off res or give tips by not being dicks.
That is
excuse me, senor. Senor, there were great big grains of salt on the glass.
Senor, I said no salt. I said no salt, and there was definitely salt on this glass.
Huge grains of
salt. Polaroid for the couple. Polaroid for the couple. Look, the plane. Come on.
Oh, honeymooners. All right, Keefy, final check for you, buddy.
So my good timing. So my camera completely shit the bed, but I can watch you on one screen and talk to the phone. So hooray
nice.
For small miracles. And actually, I'm gonna need my charger at some point because this shit's also gonna die. Jesus Christ, why? Anyway,
Superstar.
I'll sort that out in a minute. Cool record today. I've seen this in the movies. I've seen this performed. This is Claudio Simonetti's Zombie soundtrack.
No. Was that a cover? Is that a cover of the Cranberries
this is a
tune?
new issue of the album.
Is that a cover of the Cranberries record or? Zombie.
No. We make that joke every time.
I will always make that joke, and it will be funny one day. No, you just gotta have faith in it's funny.
It won't. But we love you.
In the mylar and this beautiful cream-colored vinyl, as you can see.
What do you come up with a glacially musical approved term for vinyl that is neither vinyl nor close to it? Let's see, my goal in life, like the one thing I want to do, apart from being the greatest husband in the world, which I've already done, raising the greatest daughter in the world, which I've already done. The Clutch t-shirt she came home in today, notwithstanding, and I'm still angry about that. She's like, it's Riley's favorite band. I'm name 3. And I looked at her. Name 3 clutches.
Name 3 clutches, and Toyota's not one of them.
And she looks at me and she goes, I don't know what you mean when you say that. It started off with name 3 Pink Floyds, but then she got that right because she said Screaming Abdabs, the Tea Set, Pink Floyd. So now it's name 3 clutches. And then I made her listen to Clutch because she was wearing the fucking shirt. She's like, this isn't terrible. Yes, it is.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
The worst part about Clutch isn't Clutch's music. It's Clutch's fan base.
Oh, absolutely.
Fan bases with names are terrible. If your identity is being a fan of a band, you just might as well send Vinnie Vincent to check. Nobody can hear you, Keefy. You're muted, sir. I don't know if you're making fun of me off camera or... Okay, I'm the only one.
I
was just saying.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, T-Mobile.
The next series is 1,000% going to be on Clutch.
No, I get to choose the next 6.
You chose this series. I wouldn't.
I know, and you chose Mastodon and Queen.
I didn't give you 2
you
though.
pounded me in the face with a sausage. I mean,
like
Queen.
We chose
Queen was 3 fucking months.
I insisted.
It was a
9
season.
albums.
It was a season of the year.
How many albums does Clutch have? Like
more than necessary.
We would only do the first 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. News check.
Or we'll just I'll spitball some other ideas. I mean, like all my other ideas are better than Clutch, but like
I know
now
they
I
are.
want to do Clutch. I want your kid to listen, so now I want to do Clutch.
God. Why do you hate me? I've seen Clutch twice, opening for Marilyn Manson at Mississippi Nights in their Death Doom days.
Having to do this crap.
Okay, you know what? You brought it on with Mastodon.
I didn't choose Foreigner. I didn't choose Foreigner.
I didn't choose Foreigner either. Foreigner chose us.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I know. I really do think that was my fault. I probably, and actually, you have totally. I've learned my lesson about puns in life in general. So
if you have not learned a lesson from me jumping on this shit, you will never ever learn anything. So just go ahead and drink yourself to death because it's going to be a great way to go.
I've already
news check.
Yes, news check. Let's do it.
Well, I told you my first news check where my daughter came home in a Clutch shirt today, which I don't even know what to do with that. So I played a High on Fire for her, and we got about 3 inches into the verse, and she went, I don't want to listen to this. Okay, my kid is wrong. It's fine. Moving on to the real news check, Metal Blade announced for the most recent time, which I probably missed it in the past, previous podcast subject. King Finger Fudgin' Diamond. 6 records being... Hang on. There we go. Finger Fudgin' Diamond has 6 records being re-released on colored vinyl through Metal Blade. Previous podcast subject, and quite possibly the worst record ever reviewed on the Glacially Musical Podcast. Keefy, what is that record?
Quiet Riot.
No, King Diamond Voodoo.
It's close. It's not. I think the Quiet Riot early Japanese records and the later 90s ones are worse than that. But pretty bad. You're right.
We didn't do the late 90s ones. We only did the Japanese ones.
We couldn't do them because they were so bad.
We didn't even try. I mean,
because
now we're going to have to. Now we have to. If we have to do Clutch, we're going to have to do Quiet Riot in the worst era.
No, I'm not going back.
Next, King Diamond, The Puppet Master, which is a great late career record, in my humble opinion. The Graveyard, another great record. House of God, which I have never heard.
It's okay.
King Diamond, Give Me Your Soul, Please, which stands up presently as the best last record of any artist I've ever heard. And Abigail 2, The Abomination, the Revenge.
I have the vinyl back east in storage. The record is not good.
It's not worth me. Abigail 2, Abomination, Revenge?
Whatever it is, it shouldn't exist.
It's Abigail 2, The Revenge. And I'm like, how can a ghost have revenge from back in time?
The Brits
is it a time-traveling ghost?
the Brits have a saying, right? You can't gild a lily. So why try? That's
I
like
believe
stop
in
trying.
I believe in an American we say you can't polish a turd. Oh wait, that's
It's
Voodoo,
entirely
not
possible.
Abigail. Although I'll say this, and I'll say this and yield my newsy time. Abigail overrated.
Yeah, fair. So where do I look? I have to look over here now. 2 quick news items. Furthering some more Metal Blade news. I don't know if you guys listen to other podcasts beside the Department of Metal Antiquities, my favorite podcast and yours, hosted by Nick Cameron and the lovely Duncan Evans.
American treasure, Duncan Evans.
Brian Slagel,
yes.
Founder, CEO, and owner of Metal Blade, just referenced. Future friend to the show. I've interviewed him once. I read both of his books. They're pretty great. He has just launched a new podcast called 100 Songs That Define Heavy Metal, complete with a original theme song by Lizzie Borden. We don't have an original theme song.
I would not want it by Lizzie Borden, though.
I wouldn't either. The first episode is on Metallica's One.
I bet we could get Quiet Riot to do it, though.
And I'm going to tell you, like, I don't know if Brian Slagel will listen to our podcast. Probably not. The episode opens with, like, a little intro from Brian. Every episode, I've listened to a few, opens with an intro from Brian. And then an album recap, sounds familiar, by Martin Popoff, who Nick and I are Martin Popoff from Wish. And so is Don. And
I'm actually you guys from Temu.
That's true.
Wow, that's just the worst thing I've ever heard.
Craigslist hookup. Oh, by the way, I saw you had that extra PlayStation. By the way, I'm in the bathroom wiping off my junk, and I see that extra PlayStation in the foyer. Would you sell it to me before I go home and get an STD test? I'm sorry. I was talking about me again.
Did we get a new? Did we just have a real world confessional all of a sudden?
I think we lost Keith. Keith, where are you? I'm just kidding.
I'm here.
What have you done with our friend?
Give your balls a tug. Let's move on.
This is me all the time. So Brian, new podcast, and then he usually has Jay Ruston, the producer, best known for Foo Fighters and Anthrax, come on and talk production and production values of the recording. And then he usually has a guest. The second episode was Anthrax Caught in a Mosh. He had Frank Bello on. The first episode was Metallica 1. For some reason, he had metal chef Chris Santos, who also.
Well, I feel like we could get Frank Bello, but we just don't want to go the easy route. We want to grind it out.
Probably email Frank Bello and get him to come on at some point. I was just waiting.
Shit, that was me posturing. Why haven't we done that?
Well, that would be great. And if you can email him and ask him why he didn't do my podcast and cancel the morning of.
I know. It happens.
Tell him I said hello.
I once got a phone call from Danzig's manager asking me if I could do an interview right now in 10 minutes. I literally dropped everything I was doing. I think I was in the middle of an online test in grad school and I took a fucking F. And then Danzig's guy blew me off after oh, you know what? We don't have time today.
I was asked to, back when I was a beer blogger, I was asked to interview Billy Bush, who is not part of the Bush family as such.
The baseball Billy Bush, right?
No, the Anheuser-Busch Billy Bush, but he was part of Gussie's.
The porn star.
No, he was from Gussie's second family, not his first family. So Augie the Turd did not see Billy as family. But Billy Bush started Kräftig, which was like Budweiser with Heineken hops. It was fucking delicious. And his press agent is like trying to get me to interview him and fighting me. We need it in today. And I put it in. It was Labor Day. And I avoided talking and playing with my newbornish daughter in order to get this in. And Billy Bush never returned it because he had other things to do.
And
when I complained, they did not respond. Apparently, their email send button, their mouse had broken. They could not send the response.
What a bunch of bullshit. By the way, speaking of Heineken, I was in the thrift store a few hours ago during the blackout in my building.
Did you pop some tags? You have $20 in your pocket?
I'm going to pop some tags. I was going to Macklemore.
Got $20 in my pocket.
And I saw two Heineken glasses, but they were kind of disgusting. And I was like, I don't know if I could ever get these clean enough to drink out of.
I bought an e-board.
I don't know what that is, and I'm talking still. Sanctity of my time. Anyway, y'all were talking during my drink check, so I can't. I don't think you can see it now on the fat. Oh, my camera also went out. So this is my Fat Records glass that I got for free last week at the Fat Records pop-up. Second official news item. David Draiman dislikes me now, so I don't think we're ever going to get that guy on. A ghost cultist.
Thank you for bringing him up, because he has a side project that I could totally do on the DMA.
You could. He's dressed like Megamind. I don't know if you ever saw that Pixar movie.
No, I don't see that shit. I saw posters. That's all I needed to see.
Like if Pudgy, bald David Draiman is wearing a tunic like Neo in The Matrix 2, but poorly executed, but also Megamind. So, Cellards, a ghost cultist who does great stuff on YouTube as Black Angelus, which is also his clothing brand, he retweeted like, look at this MAGA turd. And I normally don't. I'm really trying to just remove my social media feed from politics and just keep it between my friends, because it's like destructive, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So he's like, look at this fucking Nimrod spouting off stuff. And then, on X or Twitter, whatever the fuck it's called now, you see also followed by, and you can always tell, like, it's the same turds who follow the Magants, and I'm not going to name names because whatever, I still have to cover them.
I will name names. Sam.
So one of them is David Draiman, and I sort of quote tweeted, so that's why he got notified. I quote tweeted my friend's tweet to answer him, and I wrote, followed by David Draiman, lol. And then David Draiman replied. Now, he wasn't like, he's not tagged, but he saw it clearly in his feed and was, and maybe it's a check mark thing where he gets an extra notification. So he was like, why are you laughing at who I'm following? I follow a lot of people on social media. So I hurt David Draiman's feelings, who I've always liked, even though he's far out on some things that I don't agree with. But I find him interesting. I like Disturbed a lot. I love the first two Disturbed albums. I saw Disturbed before they got big, before became a thing.
I love their ones. I love their song.
Their first couple of songs are good. Their first couple of albums are good. And then and the cover of Sound of Silence is, you can't fucking even deny how great it is.
In his cover of Close My Eyes with Lizzie Hale, I believe it was.
Yes,
it's
great.
It's amazing.
They're good.
I'll die on that hill for those two songs. Those are great.
And I will say, I absolutely love Disturbed song, and I love their album. I've heard their whole album front to back. It's amazing.
All 3.5 minutes of it.
I think it's produced by Terry Date with the drum and bass sound to sound exactly like Pantera around the same time, turn of the century. Jesus. Pantera. Good job. No, it's good. It's good. And he's not a bad singer. He's actually a really good singer. But just sometimes...
No, it's just that band has AC/DC's range.
That's, a lot of bands. And if you're good at something, Breaking Benjamin, I'm looking at you, and a bunch of other bands do it.
I am not looking at Breaking Benjamin ever.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've even thought of that name until you just said it. And I don't like you.
I've had to see them live.
Breaking Benjamin always comes down to my ex-wife, after we split up, gave me an MP3 player full of Breaking Benjamin.
Oh, that was a punishment. Clearly, that was a fuck you.
We were friends for a while, but that's just...
that, but not if she gave you Breaking Benjamin.
Not if she gave you an MP3 player full of
Zune. It was 2007.
They just recently, I will tell you this, there's a really good cover of Goo Goo Dolls' only hit, Iris. That's not their only hit. Is it Goo Goo Dolls?
Yeah, that's Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
I don't need that song done by anyone, though.
So it was redone by Breaking Benjamin with Diamante, who I fucking love.
Okay.
And I think it's Diamante.
Or is it Diamante Gallus? Because that would be somewhat
maybe
interesting.
It's Dorothy. No, Diamante Gallus is great. No, Diamante. All right, that's the news. I have nothing else. I'm sorry, David Draiman, if you're listening. You're probably not listening, but I'm really sorry, buddy.
It's a bad news week. Let's just call it thing what it is.
Well, on another hand, two of the best albums of the year are coming out this week.
Nobody died.
So Body Count and Opeth have new albums coming out this week. So, it is a good week for music.
Well, I accidentally bought an Opeth record because I thought I had more than a day and a half to cancel or not.
No, you have to cancel that thing a full calendar day before they say, because they will charge you.
It was only 2 days. And I'm like, well, okay, I guess I bought that.
We will be doing Opeth, the last will and testament on a future chaser, not the next chaser, which has been pre-recorded while Nick is away on his anniversary. But anyway,
God, I cannot wait to
T-shirt
be away
check
from you,
and then the meat. Can we go?
My shirt, I am rocking local wiener slinger Steve's Hot Dogs. You may know him from such songs as... Help me, Keefy.
Going to the liquor store.
I don't know that one.
Probably not the name of it, but it's the biggest hit from the band The Urge.
Oh, I had one of their albums.
They opened for Korn, and they were signed to Elementary Records via Epic Records under Korn.
They were on Sony Records for a while.
Well, that's Epic is Sony. So
yes. Epic, yeah.
But this is also not to be confused with Pat's Dogs, which was the hit song from Cinderella back in 1985. Were they?
Fuck Cinderella. Moving on.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, dude, that's fighting words, man.
Nick,
although you know what, I will say Tom Kiefer's a fucking maggot, so you know.
Have you ever?
Nick, you just don't know what you got till it's gone, Nick.
I know what. No, I know what I got.
It's gonna be a long, cold
when it was gone,
Station,
I
Nick.
cheered when Cinderella got off the fucking stage, so the unskinny bop could ride the wind, falling with the angels, other things, and the cat dragged the fucker in, and. I swear to God, Tom Kiefer sounds like he's huffing a whole cat into Nick, what?
Look, dude, I am nobody's fool here, okay? You
look deeply into my blue-green eyes and hear these words. We all need a little shelter. Just a little helper to get on
by.
I'm just going to say this got fucking creepy. Than normal.
Look,
Don, what is your shirt that you now want to glow about?
Well, right now I'm coming home here to talk about.
Okay, Don, fine. You're coming back in 6 weeks. We're doing Cinderella.
We're not doing
Cinderella. Now that I can get behind. Cinderella will be,
I mean, you know what?
Cinderella will be my foreigner,
but
Nick.
I don't want to do it in 2024.
Okay, I think
said 6 weeks. That's 2025.
God, I don't want to start the year on a bad note, bro. I want to start the year like powerful with a great band. Like Metallica.
All right, so then we'll do it with Poison.
Yeah, we only got to do 3 records though, because they only have 3
Nick,
records.
If you could stop talking, Don could do his T-shirt check, and we can move forward.
It just says I'm fine, everything's fine. It is just
fair enough. He's gonna cry, that guy.
You know, I mean, this is pretty much me. I feel like I'm just sitting in the fire and just being like, hey, you know what? This is good though. But before we go on too far, I do want to give a couple of props of 2 great albums that are coming out this week. On Friday, we got the new Magic Brother Mystic Sister album, which is a great psych rock band out of Barcelona. They've got an album, Tarot Part 2.
Are you the one that told me about them?
Yeah.
Okay.
They are the first band in a long time of a band that I truly love that are putting out 2 albums in a year. So they put out Tarot 1 earlier in the year in like March. They're putting out Tarot 2 on Friday. And if it's any indication as of right now, those will be my 2 number 1 albums of the year.
Don,
so
did we discuss Rosalie Parsons it's Rosalie Cunningham of Person and her solo career?
Yes.
Did her record just like come out and not ever get even a peep of coverage from anybody?
Dude, do you know what? I
think it possibly came and went. I'm so sad.
I don't know what happened because I was actually in really close touch with her for a while, like when she put out the last 2, which were absolutely fucking killer. And this one, I knew it was coming out. I sent her an email, was like, you know, what's going on? I don't even know who her PR person is or if she's got one right now. Like, I know she's kind of
in
doing
Europe.
She
doesn't have an American PR.
But it came and went. And I'll be honest, I haven't even heard it yet. So I feel bad about that.
I know a PR guy in Canada she could get who's really good, so he says.
Oh, you.
I know.
Okay, let's move on to the meat. We have about 15
minutes. All right, meat of the episode. This
Nicholas,
record
tell us about the year in America or the year in the world.
Sanctity of my time. I know what we're doing.
Wasn't your time until right now. Now go.
Come on, Nick. What are you waiting on?
September 11th, 1979, the 32nd anniversary of A Bad Day in America. So, 1979, I think we can all agree that the American and world rock music scene had just fallen into the crapper. Every rock band that we all had big, giant woodies for died. AC/DC, however, is coming. Van Halen is coming. So it's the years between like the 8-year of a decade and the 2-year of a decade are the greatest years, because those are the times when we have we have the Velcro effect, where you're pulling off the hooks from the patch and the hooks remain and the patch falls away. And that's where we're at. Kiss is riding high on disco. Kiss is, at this point in time, Kiss is 3 months away from releasing arguably the worst record of their career, Unmasked. It is irredeemable. It has 2 songs. Don is wrong. That's fine. I have an original pressing. I'll break.
Please tell me which. Please tell me which 2. What 2 songs?
Torpedo Girl and Shandy.
Okay, Shandy, I'll give you. Mainly because I wanted to name our last dog Shandy, and I lost that battle with my wife. So
the other Ace Frehley songs are just abominable crap and make no sense. Is that? Oh, I'm sorry. 2 sides of the coin. He asks a question. I've got a question to all the girls, and then he doesn't ask it. Thank you, Ace. Whatever. I don't care. No, I will not watch you on my TV in Australia.
All I want is a little conversation.
That conversation was terrible. I mean, Ace Frehley was really drunk. Moving forward, Alice Cooper is about to go into the blackout phase. AC/DC, Van Halen, Rush is about 6 weeks away from going straight up synth rock, pissing off all 17 Canadian hardcore fans, ready to explode in America. But it's a weird time. The metal now solidifies as a genre. Once at this point in time, Judas Priest has come along and they're the second, as Scott Ian put it, they're the first band to be metal all the time. Because as much as we all love Black Sabbath, if you look at half of the tracks on those Ozzy records, Changes ain't fucking metal. And as much as I love Who Are You, that's a Wish.com Rush tune. Let's call Thing what it is. Great song, but it ain't great, if that makes sense. So it's a weird time. But the turn of a decade is always weird, which is what makes them the greatest times. So we have Foreigner, who's riding high on their first 2 records. They're self-titled and Double Vision. What the hell was Double Vision? Whatever the last one was, I don't know.
Double Vision with it was the incredible album cover that was taken in like a nondescript area of New Orleans for some reason.
A very famous area of the French Quarter that they did not show us enough of to recognize. It was a door.
Well, I know that door.
Everybody knows that door.
I mean,
speaking of doors, friend of the show Danny Nichols has been to the door that is the music from the Elder Door.
Where is that?
New York.
I was just why didn't nobody tell me about this? Where in New York
do you even like music from the Elder?
Actually, I do.
Name 3 elders.
3 elders. Dark Light.
Wrong.
What do you mean wrong?
Wrong. Morpheus.
I have to
understand what you're saying to me.
I think the Elder Door is technically a
It's a church door.
It's either a church or actually what I think it is it's when you have like an ambassador to your country, the consulate. It's a consulate in the upper.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's in the Upper East Side. I've walked by it.
Music from the Elder. They had a cast of elders. If you read the back, when the Earth was young, they were already old.
Oh, okay. Yes,
it's a trick question. You can only name one elder. It's Morpheus.
I really just got into the Elder and appreciated it over the last.
If you don't have it on original English pressing, I mean, do you even know?
No, I guess not. Though
that's what I have.
You know.
Anyway, so if we don't mind, we can move on. And what does anybody else have to say about 1979 fall 1979? Anything important?
I mean, I always hope you want to talk a little bit more about the world and not the music thing, because I feel like we're going to talk a lot about the music thing, but you changed.
Well, in the world, cocaine is now a status symbol.
Well, I think cocaine is a major factor in why this record is what it is, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Is Dirty White Boy about cocaine?
I don't know, but I want to know
Either
why.
That or it's about really bad hygiene.
Why Mick Jones is barely playing guitar on this record of any import.
Singing, but he sings a lot on it.
He's singing again for no.
It's like when we did Pink Floyd Animals, 3 different ones, and there's Roger singing "Wish You Were Here," or not "Wish You Were," singing. What's the name of that song?
Pigs on the Wing.
No, not Pigs on the Wing. The long one.
Sheep.
No, Wish You Were Here, long one.
Well, he sings Dogs, the ending of Dogs, which he actually sings really well.
Not Animals. Wish You Were Here.
Oh, so I don't know what you mean.
The beginning and the ender of Wish You Were Here.
Shine On You Crazy Diamond?
Yes. He sings Shine On You Crazy Diamond live.
It's only my favorite record.
What? Yeah, I know. And we none of us figured it out. We have like 3 copies of it on vinyl in this house. So here's Roger singing Shine On You Crazy Diamond, and David Gilmour is right there. Right there.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why Roger is singing it. Roger should not sing a song that sounds good. Because David is there.
We didn't talk about David Gilmour on Rick Beato, but I guess we'll save it for next week.
On what?
David Gilmour's appearance on the
the Beato interview. Yeah, I love
the Beato. We'll just start calling him the Beato because that's what he is. He's the Beato. I was calling him
Beato because everyone.
I mean, I'm happy he got him because I think that's like a cool. I would never get to talk to or sit in the same room with David Gilmour. I think it's infinitely cool that he got to do it, but I just think like he's so self-important and self-righteous about what he knows. As in, I'm an authority on stuff. It's like. I wonder what.
It sounds like he's me.
Well, there's a difference. I wonder what I take you more seriously than I take. Rick Beato has 20 gold records to his name as a producer and an engineer, and Nik doesn't. And I take Nik as a more serious authority on music than Rick.
Well, I would hope anybody does, because I mean, did you see his it was like a 10-minute rant TikTok he went on about not getting to interview Gilmour. Yes. It was before, and he was like, of all the people that he's talked to, I mean, and I'm just like, oh my God, dude, seriously.
I mean, I feel that way sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. When I see people get interviews, I don't get. I feel, man, I'm
I think that a lot.
Same.
I saw somebody get 15. I saw somebody get 15 minutes with Bruce Dickinson once, and I wanted to cry because I was like, "Really? Is that what?"
It was terrible. They're always done badly, and it's always like.
Well, I mean, the thing about interviews, and I think what a lot of us don't, the elephant in the room is the interviews that we pine for, that we yearn for, that we would crush. Bruce Dickinson, David Gilmour. We would be asking these obscure questions that only 10% of the fans would have any interest in.
But that's why we
I know,
good at it.
Then
because we're those guys. But that's also why we don't get those interviews.
Right, because they don't want that.
Yeah, they don't.
I'm going to be like, so what was it like playing the Roundhouse the first time on the Saucer Full of Secrets tour? Did you miss Sid? He's going to be like, what? That was 1970.
Yeah, I will say that at least he didn't ask anything about Roger or Sid to David, which I was.
Yes,
relieved.
I was like bracing myself for it.
There's some cringy shit to come out.
Oh, it was...
Anyway,
you know what? I would ask David about Roger. If you had one free shot with David tied up, where would that shot be? Would you punch him in the throat or kick him in the dick? Because he's thought about it.
I just wanted to always ask Gilmour that, because I've gotten high so much to Dark Side of the Moon, as is the rest of the world. What does he get high to?
He doesn't. He doesn't. I mean, photos of genocide. Anyway.
What the fuck? Okay, I apologize for not giving a wider world this week, because we just did like 6 months before this last time.
Yeah, in the interest of time, next week when we do the final ingeniously titled album 4, the fourth
album. The best titled.
What I want you to talk about, Nick, is not the music of 1981, is everything else culturally.
But the Cardinals didn't win the World Series that week.
I don't want to talk about that World Series where the Dodgers beat the Yankees. I want to talk about other stuff. But anyway,
I only know the World Series when the Cardinals were involved.
So, Head Games comes out in
September of 79.
September 11th, 1979. Here are the contemporary albums to Head Games, and I'm going to be honest, 90% of these are just superior. Overkill by Motorhead. Just say, do you have it or not, Nick and Don?
Nope.
Highway to Hell, AC/DC.
Yes.
Van Halen 2. Van Halen.
Yes.
Got it for $5.
My favorite Motorhead record, Bomber. Motorhead.
No.
Down to Earth. Motorhead did the 2 a year plan.
They did 2 a year for quite a while. Yeah. They made no money on those early records until the 80s. Down to Earth, Rainbow, 79. Great record.
No, I only got Dio Rainbow.
No, I don't do anything post Dio Rainbow.
Okay. That's true. That is not. I think that's Dio's maybe next to last record. I'm not sure.
No, he's not on that one.
No, I think that's Joe and Turner.
Last Foreigner one was Let There Be Rock or whatever it was. That was Dio's.
That's
last.
Right. We talked about that last week. Okay. Black Rose, A Rock Legend by Thin Lizzy.
Hell yes, I do.
I don't have it on vinyl, but
then you don't have it.
I don't have it, but
that's not nice. No, that's not nice. Don, Nick, you're just not nice to Don. I got to be honest with you.
Look, man. Dude, I can roll with old Nick the Dick over here. It's all right.
Don't bully my friend Don.
Do you know why they call me Nick the Dick? Give me a bun.
You are what you eat. I don't know.
The most traumatizing thing in my childhood, beside my parents fighting Dynasty by Kiss.
Oh, I thought it was Nick the Dick putting his dick in a bun in bachelor party. Oh, wait, that was 1984. I'm sorry.
I have Dynasty, and I love it.
Have it, love it. Actually, not the Gene song. Not the 2 Gene songs. Those are crap.
No, but the older I get,
continue to discuss the underrated genius of the band Triumph, Just a Game. Yes or no?
No genius, none. No.
Did they do anything other than Late on the Line?
No, they did not.
I didn't think so.
They might have had other songs, but they didn't.
I have it or I don't have it. That's it from you guys. Zip it.
We can't help but editorialize.
Aerosmith.
Got it.
What was it?
Night in the Ruts. Aerosmith.
Loved it.
Love it. What the fuck?
Arguably a top tier Led Zeppelin record, Into the Outdoor.
Yes, got it.
I got it. Yeah.
Best title. Best Led Zeppelin title.
So cheeky.
Maybe the best artwork. Actually,
I pull whenever I do that, I'm like pulling a Led Zeppelin. And if you don't get it, we're not friends.
Not to be confused with a rusty trombone. But
whoa.
Rusty. The debut album, self-titled by Saxon.
Nope.
They didn't quite get there until their second record, a record that I grew up loving. Don, that you don't have Saxon, right? I know you don't have any Saxon.
Probably. I do. I have the first Saxon record. The one with the Viking on the cover. That's incredible. The one with the lady with the lollipop.
Denim and Leather is the only good Saxon record until the last 3.
See, but that first Saxon record, I always tell people is kind of similar to me to like that first Priest or that first Scorpions, where it was kind of proggy. It was weird. It wasn't like the new album, Denim and Leather, whatever. But I liked it. I thought it was a good record.
Moving on.
Anyway,
all these records are better than this record we're going to talk about in a few minutes. Mirrors, Blue Oyster Cult, a record I absolutely love.
Nope.
I doubt you have it.
Nope.
Love Hunter by Whitesnake.
Nope. Yes. That's terrifying.
I'm a Love Hunter, baby.
Wow.
Okay. Self-titled album.
Not the reaction I thought I was going to get from you guys, but okay, whatever.
Too crazy.
Self-titled debut album by Accept.
No Accept.
Arguably the best live album of this era, besides Alive 2, Unleashed in the East, Judas Priest.
Yes.
Not
great.
It's not a great band. Yeah.
It sounded great. Eddie Trunk's favorite band, UFO, Strangers in the Night.
Fuck that guy.
In the
I'm sorry, UFO. Okay. I don't have that one.
With a broken cucumber.
Seriously, fuck that guy with Vinnie Vincent's former dogs. But anyway.
Oh, shit.
The Dream Police.
And I'll drink to that.
Okay, me too. Cheers.
Cheap Trick, Dream Police.
No. Do want though.
Live Killers by Queen.
No.
Mm-mm.
Probably better than the entire Queen discography.
I was about to say it's probably better. Yeah.
Nick's favorite album of all time, The Wall by Pink Floyd.
Hell yeah! I got two versions.
And I mean, like, let's be honest, the best album of this year.
Oh my god, yes. I mean, it's you can hate Roger all you want, and that's fair. I hate him too, but I mean, you just can't argue that genius.
This is probably named for a Kerouac book, Desolation Angels, Bad Company.
I don't have any Bad Company. No.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, not doing it.
Evolution by Journey. No, thank you.
Yes.
I think I do have that, actually.
I do have it.
This is Motorhead's former label trying to capitalize on their sudden success on Parole Motorhead. Some people have it. It's not good sounding.
Previous podcast subject for the DMA? No.
That was a really bad sounding album, by the way.
I think that was a Bennett for us. I think that was a Bennett.
Was that an unofficial release? Or like, what was
yes,
that?
It was, but not exactly. Basically, it was a label-owned shit they did in the past.
Mm.
And then Motorhead got popular, so they
one of those things.
Yeah.
Speeding this along, still all these are better than Foreigner. The Soundhouse tapes, Iron Maiden.
Nope.
I believe there's a vinyl coming out for next year.
Really?
Yeah, there's been a few like unofficial re-releases.
No, this is going to be like an official.
This is going to be an official one. Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy that. If it's official, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Speaking of premiere albums, Def Leppard EP by Def Leppard.
I don't even know what that is.
That is the EP Def Leppard got signed on.
Oh, I've never.
I didn't even know that was.
What's on that?
We discussed it when we did Def Leppard Nicholas. Anyway,
that was 4 years ago. What's on it?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I mean, probably the first stuff that's on the first record. Anyway.
Okay, that's fair.
On Through the Night. Flirting with Disaster, Molly Hatchet.
Nope.
Yeah.
Great song though. Played 4 times a day in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
One of my pinnacle albums of my entire childhood, London Calling by the Clutch.
No, I don't have that. I have self-titled and I have Rock the Casbah record.
You are fucking up. Anyway, Tusk, Fleetwood Mac.
Nope.
No to Fleetwood Mac.
You said that before. We're going to explain why.
I think I have 4 Fleetwood Mac records.
Yeah, we can talk about that later. But yeah. No Fleetwood Mac.
The third studio album by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Damn the Torpedoes, got some good songs on it.
Nope.
No. And I love Petty, but for some reason I just don't have any vinyl.
I have
of his.
one. I got Hard Promises. It's got Waiting is the hardest part. It's the only one I got so far.
The awful Street Machine by Sammy Hagar.
Hell no.
Oh, fucking horrible.
I have no Sammy Hagar.
I refuse to have any Hagar.
4 solo records before 1980. Jesus Christ, he sucks.
Because everybody hated him, so they kicked him out.
How is he fucking playing arenas? Like, it was disgusting. Although then again, Foreigner was getting laid.
He also completely fucked Jason Bonham, by the way, by kicking him out of.
I saw that. I hated the guy to begin with as it was, so now I even hate him more.
Do not ruin the Best of All Worlds tour for me. I had fun.
Good for you. Regatta de Blanc, The Police.
Nope, don't have that.
No. Mm-mm.
Monolith by Kansas. I bet Nick has it.
Monolith, right?
I don't think so.
I have a Kansas album, but I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, it's their 6th one. It went to number 10 on the Billboard. It's okay.
This is where I need to update my Discogs because I don't even.
First live album by the Ramones.
No, I have
it.
Power,
You don't. It's
Leftoverture, and
it's Alive. Leftoverture. That's the one I got.
2 for the show and Audio Visions of Point of No Return. I do not have whatever the hell that one is.
Okay.
Ramones, It's Alive is probably one of the best live albums in my
certainly
opinion.
The best punk live album. Like without
that
question.
album is on fire from start to
Please
finish.
stop me from buying Ramones records on Record Store Day that I don't need, that are live records.
I tell you how much they suck, and you still buy them.
No, the records are the band is great.
Is Nick talking?
The band sucks.
Is Nick saying something?
And then finally, last 2 from this year of note: Stormwatch by Jethro Tull.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
That is their 12th album. Jesus Christ!
How do they have that many?
They're
not that good.
They put out like 3 a year.
Oh, they put out like 4 good songs.
The debut EP by Black Flag, Nervous Breakdown, which I do have.
No, thank you.
I don't do any Black Flag either. Sorry.
Black Flag
That's a shame. All right, that is.
I like Rollins' band, but I don't do Black Flag. Though,
Rollins' band
except for
sucks.
Sammy Hagar.
You're a liar.
And actually, Kiss, even Dynasty is better than this. Foreigner record. Jesus Christ. Let's make it quick.
All right, moving on to track 1. Dirty White Boy.
So, like, do we want to just, first of all, guess who's producing this record, Nick? Who co-produced this
Why
record,
do we...
Nick?
Fine.
My work here is done.
Throw in the headphones.
I'm fucking...
Taking them
Nick's
back.
going to go sit in the corner and eat Doritos by himself.
Oh, these are like all foldy and shit. My favorite creepy motherfucking 8-year-old Roy Thomas Baker.
Is there a way that we could, every time we go to say his name, we could put that picture like up on the screen?
Oh, no. It's okay to traumatize me. Do not traumatize the viewer.
Be like, hey, like Roy Thomas Baker picture pops up.
I'll find a photo that's like, if I can find a real Keefy photo.
Keefy, look at me. Keefy.
Ghost Cult website post.
Look at me. Do not. 100% do not put Roy Thomas Baker's creepy fucking face in the middle of the record on the YouTube tomorrow.
Please do it. Please do it. Please.
So before we do the track by track, so co-produced by Roy, Mick, and Ian. Again, they like Ian as a producer more than I think a contributor. I have a new bass guitarist Rick Willis from Joker's Wild and Roxy Music and Small Faces, good bass player. Ed Gagliardi was fired after making the last record, and it's also the last record that will have Ian McDonald and Al Greenwood. So after this, when they do album 4 and 5, which we're not going to do, actually album 5 is probably better than this one and 4. But anyway,
I don't even know what the hell's on that one. I don't have that one.
Well, the 5th one has the big hit. So
what? We already did Hot Blooded.
No, I Want to Know What Love is on 5, whatever that record is. But the next record is
fucking Adam Sandler.
So Atlantic Records recorded in New York and Hollywood in 2 studios over 2 months. I don't know why they had to go to 2 places to do this.
I don't know why it took 2 months to get this on wax.
This record has 11 songs, or 10 songs, and 5 of them were singles. This is excessive.
5 singles in 1979. It's one thing in 1980.
Title track's a good piece. So, like, if I want to hear Foreigner, I want to hear Mick Jones wail. I want to hear Blue Lou, Nick's hero, do the Blue Lou thing, right? I want to hear him over emote and bluesy sing.
Correct.
I don't care what the words are not good.
They're never good.
It's not Led Zeppelin.
No,
it's not Black Sabbath. I'm not finding. There's not Rush or Pink Floyd prog goodness in here. It's not even like, at least Queen has. On their worst songs, they usually just still have Freddie, even if Brian and Roger also sing.
Or there's at least some kind of like redeemable like riff in there somewhere, or something.
Look, I know
that hasn't been done 17 times prior.
Quickly on Queen, I'm a strong First Amendment proponent, but I feel like there should be some injunction against Roger Taylor singing.
Well, that's for sure.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
What did he do?
He held up the creepy mother butler.
God is triggering Nick back for being disrespectful.
And for the next series, we're going to do all Roy Thomas
see if we can
Baker albums.
Through this track listing in less than.
And by the way, I even changed my name down here for Nick. So,
I have my settings, so these screen names don't show up on the final video. But
that's unfortunate.
Because what happens is when I do interviews, people usually have their wife or their kid be their Zoom.
I know. Okay, let's move on to the record if we need to.
Go right ahead.
We do. Let's start off with Dirty White Boy. I have decided this song is about the cocaine, and Dr. Roxo co-wrote it.
It's about the sneeze.
It's a song about, do you not love me? Are you embarrassed? Because I'm a dirty white boy. I mean, Lou Gramm, is he American or is he the American?
Lou Gramm is from New York, upstate New York.
Okay, so he might have known what a white boy is because he's American. I don't think the English people back then did. But I still feel like this is about cocaine. Thoughts?
I think cocaine definitely explains why most of this record is not good.
Well, the cocaine explains why it exists.
So we liked the first 2 records, and the last record was definitely a 20/80 or a 30/70 at best. This
the Queen. We're at Queen. We're hitting as hard as Queen, but without the highs.
Yeah, I don't care about like the words to the song are meaningless. Is it a good song structurally? It's okay.
Yeah, it's a good song. It's a good song.
Don, thoughts?
Well, first off, I've never heard a band suck so badly on cocaine. I mean, let's face it, dude. Aerosmith.
Have you never heard Black Sabbath Volume 4 or most of the Chili Peppers discography before they got good?
Okay, well, I will digress, but I will say that Volume 4 is much better than Head Games. Maybe by hair, but anyway.
Okay, what about Sabotage?
Like I said, Volume 4 is better than Head Games.
Yeah,
okay,
Sabotage has a 9-minute song with no lyrics and a chorus.
And the worst album art, too.
No, that's the best.
I mean, at least Technical Ecstasy was a vajayjay and...
Was it a vajayjay?
Stuff going into
terrible.
Anyway, Dirty White Boy. I was like... it's almost like comical. It's like trying to be like, you know, like, I'm a dirty white boy, and I'm like, oh really? You know, like I'm not buying it, Lou. I don't know.
Blue Lou did not sell me on this one because I feel like I feel like he's a vanilla white boy,
or maybe he's just a slightly dusty white boy, like, you know, or maybe like slightly
like rode his bike in the woods white boy.
Actually, probably rode it through like a puddle and got like the
rode
bottom
his dirt
of his
bike,
jeans.
Rode his dirt bike down to the cul-de-sac and back, white boy.
And then went through a puddle, you know, and got it
one
on his
puddle.
heads.
I mean, only one.
Yeah.
Basically,
that's
it's like enough of that now.
It's the most unbadass song that's supposed to be badass.
It's definitely not a bad. It's definitely no badassery involved, but it's
none. But I will say because this song was mentioned in the Aquatine Hunger Force episode with the Foreigner belt, I appreciate it.
Love on the telephone.
This song sucks balls. Moving on.
Kind of sucks. I wrote down in my notes, keyboard heavy. I think this is why that guy quit right after this.
Look, if anybody sucked me as hard as this song sucks, I'm having a great night.
Jesus Christ! Wow.
Am I wrong?
Worst lyrics, maybe
I'd be 110 pounds if something sucked that good.
This was a hit song.
I know, right?
I mean, fucking.
It could be liposuction. That could be like really attractive when we're done.
Nah.
Fair.
Well, I don't know. Pull your teeth.
John, nothing to add. I guess you think it also sucks.
Love on the telephone.
Insult me.
Love on the telephone. I'm like, really?
What does that even mean? Phone sex didn't even exist, right?
Back then. I mean,
it's not even a thing then.
I mean,
you couldn't sext. You couldn't video chat. There were no 900 numbers. What do they call it? 976 FUKK.
Well, no, but this probably was the era of the heavy breather.
Well, the lyrics to this song are actually like, I don't want to get broken up with over the phone is the purpose of the song. I don't want to lose my love on the telephone. It's a terrible song.
I can't believe Keith actually dove that deep into it.
The fact that, one of us heard the lyrics tells you everything you need to know because we love Pink Floyd and we are deep divers here.
I would much rather listen to the new Opeth again than listen to this. Anyway.
Fair enough. Moving on to the worst track on the record. Women.
Or the second worst track on the album for sure.
Worst track for me. Because you know what?
The worst track ever named Women. Like, what is this song?
Why does Mick Jones sing it? Lou Gramm is right there.
No, it's actually not Mick Jones singing it. He sings backup.
Who the hell's singing this thing?
Lou.
What?
Yeah, it's Lou.
Yeah, that's
Did somebody punch him before he went into the booth?
There's another song later.
He got neutered.
Okay, I'm done.
Done.
Women.
Women.
Can't live with them. Hey!
Can't live with them. You know, I try, man. I really do. And like, I just have that. Like my note says, a blues failure. Like that's
hey, 1970s misogyny, man. What can you do? What can you do except just get involved and become an incel?
Women and love.
Moving on to
was that really a single? Holy fuck!
Yeah, all three of these first three songs were released as singles.
Here's where it gets better. No.
Okay,
I don't know. I hope not. Moving on to the next track, which is appropriately titled for the first one, "I'll Get Even with You." No memory of this one. Whatever.
It's pretty nondescript, and it doesn't even really sound like them. It sounds like they were hit fishing. They were trying to make like a jangly rock song.
There was a lot of hit fishing on this record.
Yeah,
they don't seem
which is weird because
they seem to have lost their own plot, right?
Yeah, I mean, they got all the hits without even trying, and now they're hit fishing. What the hell?
Yeah, I guess. Don, any thoughts on I'll Get Even With You? I live for Don's notes. I just want to know what Don's notes are.
I feel basically I have they did get even with me and I lost. So
Nice.
I don't know,
All right.
Here's a song where the song is good and then the lyrics are horrendous. 17. Just like a good song.
You know what? Look,
should have been a single.
What I'm about to say is
lyrically cringy.
What I'm going to say is completely unfair, and I'm sorry. However, when you have the lyrics 17, I immediately go straight winger on you.
Absolutely.
Well, and the fact that I saw Winger sing, I know it's not. I said it's not fair. However, I saw a 78-year-old Winger singing that song like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah,
that
is not good. So
17 is definitely Foreigner's attempt at doing When I Saw You Coming Out of School That Day. Christine 16, Nick's favorite song.
Okay, so what I just said, you're like, that's not fair, Nick. It's totally fair. You just went there.
I think that Christine 16 is better than Winger also.
Yeah, it's all still.
I'm
Hero,
sorry, by the way.
Yeah,
you know,
all
Kip
creepy.
Hero is Gene Simmons. Creepy. You know that, right? Like Kip worships Gene.
Who?
Yeah, Kip worships Gene.
Kip Winger?
Paul.
Yes.
That checks out.
Yeah, he actually does. Look, Daddy says she's too young, but she's old enough for me. All right.
Oh my God, stop it!
Actually, you know what I thought about this song? I said strong Blue Lou, almost black and Blue Lou. Like I felt like his voice was fucking
the song
strong. The music was strong, but the lyrics are just like nothing
horrendous.
There. But I could almost let it slide because it's a fun listen.
So who's a better lyricist?
Cover your ears for a second. Nick, literally put your fingers in your ears for a second. Are you okay? Can you
give me a thumbs up when I can go back on?
Okay. So Don.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't Roy Thomas Baker tell them?
Oh my God. He's like sticking his hand and then doing this. I don't know what he's saying, but all I see is
actually that if Roy Thomas Baker had done this instead of what these lyrics are, then it would be much better. Like, why didn't the producer come in and say, like, yo, could you guys rewrite those lyrics? They're not.
Seriously,
like,
you know what?
Think that we're good?
You did not get a thumbs up.
I had thumbs off. Okay. Let's flip the record. Can we flip the record?
Because he was doing all the dirty white boy stuff in the
okay. The best song I'm not even wearing pants.
The best song on the record is also the title track, Head Games.
Yeah.
Well, it should be. I mean, that should be the best track on the record.
And here is the opportune time to talk about the iconic and also horrible album artwork.
Oh my God, no!
Poor Nick. Nick is getting so triggered today. I'm rather enjoying myself.
It's because he's
I hate you guys today.
It's because he's a father. Like when he was like 15, he was like, dude, she's taking a shit in a urinal. How cool is that? Now
it's not. No, it's not.
That's
cool.
not what's going on in this.
If you have ever had to take an emergency shit in a urinal, raise your hand.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
I actually did shit in the sink at the Clash of the Titans tour in '90. So I had. Look, dude, I had to go.
Why am I here? This is getting okay. I gotta take my glasses off.
Some things couldn't make it.
I can't even look at you guys anymore. I'm taking my glasses off. Nick, you guys have gotten so weird. I just don't even know what to do with this.
Cat cleaner or drink a whiskey.
What bat cleaner?
The cat cleaner. The cat pee cleaner. So Lisa Ann Falk is the model on the cover. People were thinking this was controversial. Was she trying to clean the graffiti off the stall? Was she just sitting on the lip of the
terror in her eyes tells me that was not a standard cleaning
job. There's no feet
jaunt.
under the stall. I looked intently at this.
Yeah,
and you know that she went on to be one of the antagonists in the movie Heathers. I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes,
she was a model.
Did. Yeah.
She was a world famous model at the time that they did this, but she was definitely, was like, again, I think this I mean, it's intriguing, the album artwork, right? It's intriguing, but it's not what I would call good.
No, it's
what's your damage?
Led Zeppelin Into the Outdoor came out at this time. You know what I'm saying? With a beautiful, like, incredible, same record label, same amount of budget probably, and brilliant artwork. And then
and in 6 months, Led Zeppelin puts out a record with 6 covers in a paper bag.
Yeah, that's this record I'm talking about. Anyway,
that Into the Outdoor?
Head Games is actually a good song. Lyrics are not horrible. It's the right length. It's 3 minutes and 37 seconds.
Oh yeah,
again,
nailed it.
Blue Lou wails and Mick solos and does what he does. So like,
Mick Guitar
this is the best song
Jones
on here. This song is at least this song is at least an 8 to me. The rest of the album is like a 2.
Yeah, that's about
and
right.
Then it goes way off the cliff, like Tunes is the driving can. I think we're all in agreement. Head Games is pretty good, right? Nick says so. Don, what do you say? Pretty good, right?
I mean,
I actually, that was one of the, and I don't know if it's because I've heard so many crappy Foreigner songs that the bar is set super low.
No, Head Games is a good song.
I think Head Games is good. I think Dirty White Boy is a better song though, but I think Head Games is a pretty solid. And by the way, before we go too further, if you guys are looking at this album on Spotify, they have animated the album cover so that her hand is doing this. So it looks like she's like wiping the wall or signaling for help. I can't tell, but this is like
all of those are done with AI, and it's a disgrace, by the way.
This is like some Scorpions, Virgin Killer level creepish stuff.
Can we leave Christine 16 alone?
Yeah, at least Scorpions were good.
Scorpions were pervs. At least the songs kicked complete ass.
Okay. Are there any more of these really horrible songs we can reference?
Well, no. So
no,
let's talk about,
we've already referenced, the Scorpions. We've referenced.
So Nick's favorite song on the album is "The Modern Day," sung by Mick Jones for some ungodly
Mick Jones.
You started the series off by like, "This he's underrated. He's so great."
Mick Jones.
I didn't know he sang when we started this.
Yeah, he's singing way too much in his band.
He sings like a guitar player. I don't need that. Give me a singer.
I don't need this song.
No.
If I was the Ghost of Christmas Past, aka Roy Thomas Baker, I would have cut this in the album. They're coming for me, Nick. Here they go. I'm out of here. They're gonna take
why do you not like my album? You fucking fuck.
Okay, you guys, I finally found peace in my life. I finally found peace.
That is literally the first belly laugh I've had in like 5 months. And Nick gave me the last one, so thank you, Don, and thank you.
Hey, let's drink to that one, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes. We need more of these, man. Yes, indeed.
One more. Moving on to Blinded by Science, which ironically is not the song that the Dolby Project covered.
Not the Tommy Dolby song.
Which is way better than this song, Doug.
It's way better than this one.
Anytime you guys want to do the Weird Science movie as a podcast.
Oh my God, yeah. I will.
Oh, can we please?
I will not only not wear pants, I will not wear underpants or socks. Kick my family out of the house that night.
But only if we can also make it a twofer and do Real Genius as well.
Oh my God, yeah.
Not bad, Val Kilmer. I'll do some.
I don't sleep. I don't even sleep anymore.
So what are you doing?
I'm not a good song.
Trying to win this contest. No purchase necessary.
And it's 5 minutes long. It's so long.
I don't need it. Moving on to Do What You Like, which is not the same song that the Digital Underground did several years later, called Do What You Like, which was really fun. And in case you missed it, I'm the one that said, just grab them in the biscuits.
Dude.
This song sucks.
Till her booty starts making that
Ian
McDonald's
McDonald's lone contribution. So basically, Ian McDonald and Al Greenwood felt like they were being pushed out by Mick and Lou, and that's true because
if this is what they came up with, I'm fine with that.
Well, yeah, it's true. Ian co-produced the record, and he's clearly like not
bad. Designate his ass for assignment.
It's not that it's produced bad, because actually the record sounds good.
No, he's bad.
He's not that he's bad. He's not contributing anything. Like, Do What You Like sucks. And then Rev on the Red Line, which is the final track. I'm not even going to ask for your opinions. I know these songs suck, and you probably agree with me.
It sucks.
So
I will say, though, Rev on the Red Line, banger.
Final thoughts for me, and I'll shut the hell up.
Whoa.
Actually,
what's a banger?
And the only reason I think it's a banger probably is because Jorn Landé did a cover of it, and it was fucking massively awesome.
Are you on the pots right now?
Yes.
I mean, always.
Absolutely.
There we go. Okay.
Don is always at 6 at midnight. He's never straight, bro.
What are you talking about? What?
Stop it! Stop it!
We're gonna lose subscribers on.
I am gonna pee in my own mouth.
I just subscribed to the podcast, you fuckers.
nobody listening to this is going to appreciate. You know what's interesting is that I just realized that maybe Roy Thomas Baker was the inspiration for Beetlejuice by Tim Burton. Anyhow,
no, Beetlejuice is way less scary.
I don't know if this is a song from another record, but I will tell you that the bonus track, Zalia, that came out on the 2002 remaster, came up on my Spotify. It is actually better than 90% of the record. I was like, oh, why didn't this make the record? Why'd they leave this off instead of the other bunch of songs that are terrible?
I don't know. I will say though, back to with the Rev on the Red Line, that does have a great chorus to it. Like I thought it's got a great musical change in there. To me, it was the most interesting sounding.
Can I be honest? Get off the drugs, son. Get off the drugs.
Absolutely not.
Okay, this song still sucks though.
You are not my real dad.
Do we know?
No. Well, last time it was Steven Tyler, but it actually, I think it's probably Bob Weir.
I am pretty sure my real dad started the Reign of Terror in France.
This record was number 5 on the Billboard 200 in 1979.
That's terrible.
Why?
Is quintuple fucking platinum in America. Good Lord.
Okay, one, I know I started this. I feel like Don egged me on, and I regret taking the bait, which is a problem I have on the internet. I
suffer from that as well. Yeah.
So here's the issue, and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to make a statement, and I want the two of you gentlemen to say yay or nay after I say it. This is the worst record so far in the series.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, by a long shot. Yeah.
It's
and
got
I think it's
two
going to end up
fucking
being worse
songs
than the next one too.
This is a Queen record without Bohemian Rhapsody.
So maybe
it's just that there's nothing really redeemable about it. Like at least some of the other stuff is forgivable slightly. Like this is just like, okay, you've had long enough to figure it out.
So here's the other thing.
It's got track 1 and track 6, and the rest of it is songs on a record.
And Rev on the Red Line.
Yeah.
I listened to this thing 3 or 4 times, unfortunately.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm really, and I'll mention that as a retired bassist and an aficionado of the low end theory, Rick Willis didn't bring anything to the table that's especially notable. So it's kind of
nobody brought anything to the table but Lou and Mick.
It is almost unnotable that there's a bass player in that.
These songs are nondescript. It's the first time they don't have a personality, like a negative personality scale. Even the songs we didn't like on the previous records, we could talk a little bit more about them in positive terms. This is the worst record of the first of these 4, I think.
The songs that we don't remember, that we didn't have anything to say about, are just fucking ghosts. In 2 weeks, if you ask me, Nick, what did you think about the modern day? Or I'll
remember that Mick Jones sang it and it sucked. Like I'm never gonna forget it.
I was just gonna say that's the only thing I will remember.
I won't even remember that.
I'm still having PTSD from that.
I have this on vinyl. I didn't listen to it on vinyl for this show.
You need to stop it.
I like my wife. I will say this much: the whole time I'm listening to this record, not enjoying it, listening to this record and thinking, "Wow." The dude they've got impersonating Lou Gramm right now is really good.
I mean, if you just don't pay attention to the lyrics, a lot of his singing is pretty good on this record.
No,
but just the lyrics
guy
are just
Foreigner has
unbelievably
now.
Oh yeah,
impersonating
Kelly Hansen.
Great, is great.
Yeah, Kelly is great.
Who was the lead singer for Hurricane, which also featured Robert Sarzo.
Yeah, we had 3.
Rudy Sarzo.
Rudy Sarzo's brother, Robert, the guitar player.
Yeah. We had 3 opportunities to talk about this. Lou Gramm did a news piece, like an interview about 3 weeks ago for the Hall of Fame stuff. And he was like, I do not regret retiring from touring and limiting my association with Foreigner at all. This is like Foreigner is still lucrative. Like whatever Mick is, even if Mick is not involved, it's somehow a still lucrative name. Quiet Riot with no original members.
I saw Foreigner this year, the year after their farewell tour.
Yeah, Quiet Riot is doing like 10 to 20 grand a night at casinos when they play every weekend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And they're doing fly-ins, which is even funnier.
Not even classics? No
I mean,
Rudy,
Sarzo,
no Carlos.
Well, Susie, Sarzo's there, but he wasn't even an original member.
Yeah, he's not original. His classic is not original.
Nobody. Look, I love Rudy Sarzo. I've interviewed him. I love him more than you can know.
Rudy is a fucking gem of a guy.
To go to the casino in Wheatland, north of Sacramento, to go see Quiet Riot. If they came to San Francisco,
if Rudy Sarzo goes to River City Casino, yeah, I'll buy a ticket. I bought a ticket to the Guess Who, and you got to guess who's in the fucking band.
Look, I always say Rudy Sarzo is one of my favorite bassists that never played on any of my albums that he, you know.
I just broke Keefy. Nailed it.
I just
another gut punch for the Keefer.
Because of my shame for this podcast. It is 6:26 p.m. By the way, we did forget to talk about the Trans Day of Remembrance today. It has nothing to do with Foreigner, but I'm done talking about Foreigner. Absolutely. I don't even want you to wrap up the album or talk. I just want, after this point, Nick, I want you to just take us out because I don't even want to talk about this shit anymore.
I'm gonna wrap up the album. I'm gonna wrap up the album.
Please don't wrap up the album. Please don't.
I'm going to.
We neglected to mention
this album. Wrap it up in a trash bag and throw it away.
We're recording this.
Hear me out.
Recording this.
This album is just as good as Kisses Hot in the Shade. It should have been a 45. It should have been a 7-inch with one track on each side. The rest of it is unnecessary.
I don't know. I just wanted to say,
really? I do know. The rest of it's crap.
This record sucks.
This record's crap. It's a bad record.
Hope we mercilessly quickly go through the brilliantly named 4 next week.
Okay,
and
we're gonna
never think about Foreigner again.
We're gonna do
and the next series. I'm picking it, and it's Clutch. So anyway, or Tool. You don't have any choice.
We're gonna do next week nude,
actually,
completely nude, because that's the only way that's gonna get better.
Clutch.
No, stop! Why do you hate me?
I love you, but you don't want to play ball. I'm trying to make your music taste better.
I don't like.
But I do have one question about the next part. Will I be invited to the pod? Oh God, I failed. All right, so
turn off. Turn off his.
I'm Roy Thomas Baker.
Let's try to make an important point about Trans Day of Remembrance, and you guys just stepped all over me. But
absolutely, though, I want to echo that with Keith because I do have some trans friends and some family that
a bunch of people on Ghost Cult staff, and I'm in this community here in San Francisco, and there's a lot of stuff, a lot of fear, and a lot of sadness about the. We start the episode like we ended it, sad. Unintentionally political, but I just want to, this show is an ally and a friend, and if anybody's struggling or needs support, my DMs are always open, and whatever I'm going through, I'm much happier to not deal with my own bullshit and help someone else with theirs. So we're here for you. And this holiday exists. It's, holiday has a bad connotation. This Day of Remembrance exists for a reason, because of Matthew Shepard, because of other people, and just because, the Fuhrer and the fascism is in fashion doesn't mean we have to go along with it and let people suffer. So
I totally agree. And I also did.
That's all I wanted to say. I'm sorry I didn't say it at the top of the show, but
the best way to describe it is you're listening to 3 cis het males.
Yeah.
White.
Hetfield?
The only thing we could do, the only thing the 3 of us could do to be more in the majority is be Christian. But
I'm not even a good hetero, to be honest with you. I'm pretty poor as a hetero.
I was about to say, I'm kind of struggling on the machoism myself, though. But you know what? I will say though that
I was making a lot easier to Shut the fuck up.
Go ahead. Make your point, and then I'll open the fuck up. So
you can jizz on it. Yeah. So the point was, we are 3 people here that have most of the privilege in this world and in America. We're listening. We're here, and my DMs are open. My everything is open, except for my Facebook. You got to be my real friend to be there. Not personal. But we're listening. We're here. And we will convey anything we can to make your life better. Don's not going to talk now because I'm rapping the fuck out of this. Foreigner kind of sucks ass so far. Maybe 4 is the greatest record of all time. This is the epitome of 60s and 70s music where, I got a song. Let's turn it into a whole record. Fuck this record and Peoria. Fuck it all. See you next week. Peoria.